In remote operations, getting an alarm is one thing, but it only ever tells you what happened, right? It almost never tells you why. Well, today we're going to look at a device that's built from the ground up to answer that all-important second question, turning those reactive alerts into some seriously proactive intelligence. So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll talk about the big problem with traditional monitoring. Then, we'll meet Omnisite Wings and really dig into its amazing sight and sound capabilities. After that, we'll get into its smart analytics, see what makes it a future-proof platform. And then we'll wrap it all up with a look at the complete solution.
All right, let's start at the beginning. You see, for decades now, remote monitoring has been pretty straightforward, but there's always been this huge gap in the information you actually get. I mean, really think about it. You get that notification on your phone, a high-level alarm, maybe a pump fault. The system did its job, sure, but for you, the operator, the real work is just starting, right? You're left wondering, what does that alarm actually mean?
And that's the whole point. Knowing what happened just forces you to react. It means you've got to roll a truck, you're spending time, you're spending money, all just to show up on site and play detective. That key piece of the puzzle, the why, it's always been missing. Well, until now.
Okay, so how do we finally get that why? This is where we bring in a device that was designed from day one to provide that exact missing piece of information. Meet Omnisite Wings. Now, that stands for Wireless IoT Network Gateway Server, which is a mouthful, I know, but what it really is like having a sensory extension of your own team out in the field. It gives you the eyes, the ears, and the analytical brainpower you need right where the action is happening. And this is what's so cool about it. Wings isn't just a one-trick pony. It's built to bring together all kinds of data. We're talking video from cameras, audio from microphones, inputs from your standard analog sensors, digital inputs, and even data from PLC gateways, all to give you one complete picture of what's going on. All right, let's dig into those first two, sight and sound, because honestly, they are total game changers. This is really how we go from just reacting to problems to actually getting ahead of them. Okay, so picture this. That high-level alarm goes off again. But this time, instead of just guessing what happened, Wings automatically sends a 20-second video clip straight to your phone. And the crucial part is, it shows you the 10 seconds before the alarm and the 10 seconds after, so you can see what led to it and what happened right away. Is it a real emergency or just a float switch getting stuck? Now you know instantly from anywhere, and that saves a ton of unnecessary trips.
Now let's talk about sound. This quote really hits the nail on the head. Any experienced operator knows this is true. The sound of a machine can tell you so much about its health. The problem is you can't be there listening to it all day, every day.
And that's where the AI really shines. Wings has a microphone that is listening 24/7, but it's not just sitting there recording audio. No, it's actively analyzing the sound profile of your equipment, plotting it against things like the pump's operating rate, and looking for tiny changes. It can hear things like cavitation or bearing wear way before they turn into a catastrophic failure. But it's not just about sight and sound. Wings is also this incredibly powerful data processor. Think of it like a dedicated health tracker for your most important pumps. Okay, this next part is just incredibly smart and efficient. Usually, to get this kind of detailed pump data, you need a whole bunch of sensors, more wiring, more complexity. Wings does it in a much smarter way. Just look at this. It's so efficient. All it needs is one simple 4 to 20 milliamp sensor, just reading the pump's amp draw. And from that one input, Wings calculates 7 different critical metrics. You get run times, cycle counts, gallons per minute, drawdown time, inflow rates, the whole shebang, all derived from that one single input, without adding a single extra sensor to the well.
And the ripple effect of that one smart design is huge. Because Wings can figure out the pump status just from the analog amp sensor, you don't have to use up your precious digital inputs just to know if a pump is running or not. That frees up those inputs for other critical alarms, saving you hardware, panel space, and a headache during installation. Now, hardware is only half the battle, right? A truly modern device needs a platform to match, one that's built to evolve, not just sit there and get old.
I mean, the difference here couldn't be more clear. On one side, you've got the old way, driving out to a site just to do a firmware update, dealing with clunky, outdated interfaces, a real pain. And then you've got the Wings platform, a clean, modern dashboard, and, this is the big one, 100% over-the-air updates. This isn't just a piece of hardware. It's a living, breathing platform.
This might just be the most valuable part of the whole thing. Your investment literally gets better over time. As new features, security patches, and upgrades are developed, they get pushed out to your device wirelessly. One click, and you're running the latest and greatest. Your gear never gets obsolete.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a second and look at the whole package. Because a great product isn't just about the tech, it's about the company behind it and making sure the solution is easy to use from day one.
And you can really see their commitment to making this a complete, thought-out solution. They're drawing on over 25 years of experience here. Wings comes as a complete kit that's ready to go, right down to the submersion-rated camera. You don't need to be a programmer to set it up, and it's all backed by free tech support for the life of the product. They make it easy.
And hey, if you're already using Omnisite gear, the best part is that this is totally seamless. New Wings devices play perfectly with your older Omnisite products. They're all managed from the same secure guard dog platform. It's all about unifying your whole operation, not splitting it up. So at the end of the day, it's clear we've moved way beyond the era of just a simple alarm. The tech is finally here to not only see what caused a problem, but to hear the early warnings of a failure and to intelligently analyze performance 24/7. So the real question is, what could that level of insight do for you?